And I think another big thing that I came away with is being okay with good enough.
Yeah.
We've all heard that perfect is the enemy of good. And, I had this constraint of 6 months. It wasn't hard. I didn't have to have it done. And several people that I worked with in that workshop didn't finish and are still working on it in some instances. And I got to the editing phase. The writing was easy. The editing, just, that was hard. And I ended up hiring an editor to push it across the finish line. Um, and
Yeah,
I
our mutual friend Brandon Surratt.
yes, yeah,
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 absolutely.
good old Brandon.
Yeah, yeah, she helped push me through, man, and gave me the confidence that it was good enough. Um, and it was, we started in June. It was about November, and I think I had been struggling with the editing since October, just thrashing, and just like, this sucks. This is horrible. Um, and then about November, with about a month to go, we got on a call with Seth Godin because he was kind of leading. It was kind of one of his workshops, and he had mentioned that, if you're considering on missing the deadline, and you're thinking about pushing it out, don't. Like, he's like, I don't care if you have misspelled words, just ship it on December 21st, regardless, because if you don't, you may never do it. And I'm like, man, all right, now I feel bad. I did commit to doing this on the 21st, and I'm so close. If I get hung up with editing, I'll probably never get. And if I'm looking for perfect, it'll never. There's no such thing as a perfect book, right? And that's something I had to realize. And I think as a marketer, as a professional, understanding that good enough is a lot of times even better than perfect.
Yeah,
I had to be comfortable with that, and uh, and I realized, hey, that was good enough, and people enjoy it. They've taken something out of it, and yeah, I've gone back. I noticed some things that were misspelled, and the nice thing about a Kindle book is you can go back and you can fix that. And I kind of made sure that I had some of those things ironed out for a couple months before I felt confident to put it in print,
yeah,
in paperback, which it is now available paperback. But that was a whole different kind of feeling of like final when it's in paperback and I can't fix that book in someone's hand. Um, but I think just being comfortable, trusting in yourself, and knowing like, hey, you're gonna fail. Things aren't gonna be perfect. Um, you know, no matter how perfect the book is, if you can't read it 2 years down the road and be like, oh, I don't think I would say that now, or I would do this different, like, then you haven't grown, right?
yeah,
So
exactly.
so that's why there's no such thing as a perfect book. And Yeah, so I think just it made me comfortable with being okay with failing, as long as I'm failing and trying versus failing and just, from just being stupid, like just careless, right?
Yeah,
There's a difference there, right? There's a
yeah,
big difference.
and I just love that whole idea of trying because I think, look, I will never criticize anybody for trying. Okay,
Mm.
it might not, it might be not the right thing to do, but if they're trying, then I really appreciate them for doing that.
Mm.
And look, if you fail, these things happen.
Mm.
And with sports and life, I think it's about trying. If you fail, just think about have a time to grieve, think about, analyze why things went wrong, but
Mm.
then start again and try and do better.
Yeah.
And also I think with something like a book or art, it's always good getting somebody else to look at it because
Mm.
sometimes you're just too close to it. You don't
Right.
realize that it's actually not, it's good. And you need an editor to actually say, look, this is good enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when Brandon read it the first time and she came back, she's like, "This is really good." I'm like,
Is
"Okay,
it?
all right. Are you just saying
Yeah,
that
exactly.
because you want to be my friend, or is it really good?" And so that kind of helped me kind of be okay with that, right? Like, so